Why are you hiding your woo-woo? So let's start off by explaining what I mean by woo-woo. Now, there's a lot of different meanings, I'm sure. And this is what happens sometimes, that people will throw out a blasé comment or a terminology like woo-woo, and people have different interpretations of what it means. So what I mean by that is, and it's bandied around quite a lot. So a lot of women in particular, they have a side to them, and especially in business or in corporate, that is a little bit more on the side of holistic healing. So it could be some kind of a healing modality that they use or that they go for. So some people go for kinesiology, other people, I myself studied psychosomatics, for example. There's other people that use some medicinal herbs. There's other people that have crystals and drums and sound healing. There's so much, it's a vast area. Now, when I talk about woo-woo, and only because it's not the label I originally put on it, that quite often people end up hiding that part of themselves. Now, there are other variations of woo-woo that'll go way into the ether, and maybe we'll talk about them at another time. So quite often people hide that holistic part of it because they have a perception in business in particular that, well, they have to show up and they have to behave a certain way and they have to have that mask on them, that if they don't, other people will judge them in not so nice way. And here's the truth. So many more people than you realize have a bit of woo-woo in them and they feel the same. So when you open that door a little bit and show people a little bit of your differences, your uniqueness, that it actually makes them realize that you're a bit more like them. So, like, who decided that woo-woo was weird anyway? Who made that decision? And why did we take it on as a belief and decide to agree with it? I know for me, many, many years ago when I was young, anytime I explored, and by nature, I'm quite often an explorer, I like new things. But when I explored some stuff that was a bit left of center or a bit right, whichever way it was perceived, I was quite often, in a different way perhaps, but told to get back in my box. It was like, they're just your airy fairy ways. I don't know what you're doing. Be serious, put your head down, ass up. The thing about this is that, and it's becoming more prevalent now in our day, and I'm so glad it is, that a lot of these things are coming up even more. And it's okay to allow your softer side to be seen, because it makes you even more unique. That when people say, oh, well, maybe I'm not so bad because she believes in meditation as well, or I'm not so bad, she's tried kinesiology or some kind of other modality, and maybe I'm not so bad. Quite often, these things are seen as being more on the feminine side. And I don't mean that by boy, girl, I mean more on an energetic level. So there is more the feminine side, and we have a masculine side of our brain. There's a masculine and feminine side. One's more decision maker, and the other one's a little bit softer and a little bit more nurturing. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all have to have some kind of balance, and nothing is ever like this in balance. You would know it goes like this, but there is an equal and opposite up and down. Because people believe somewhere, and maybe this is a belief that you might have, is that if that is seen by other people, that it leaves you open to be a bit vulnerable, to be a bit more open to judgment. But here's the thing. Vulnerability is one of the strongest things that you can actually show in business. Show that, yes, there's some cracks there. Show that, yes, we can do different things. It doesn't mean that it's a weakness. And who decided that that was a weakness anyway? I wonder, when you think of these kind of things, your woo-woo that you've kept hidden, or again, whatever word you want to be put on that, what else have you kept quiet that is unique to you, that you have been afraid to show in case of judgment. I found some things that have really helped me because I'm a person that didn't even want to be in front of a camera for her own wedding. It was horrendous. But when you get inside you, when you get that certainty inside yourself that it's okay to be that you don't feel guilty about it, that you don't feel stupid for going and doing a full moon meditation, or for loving crystals, or for loving the smell of sage, whatever that is, that works for you holistically. Because remember, what we think will affect our whole body as well. So if you are tense all the time, you're holding yourself like this, it does affect your muscles. So it's our mind and body and our heart all together. By working on them all, then it's going to have a much better impact on the whole. So one of the things I've learned is to be confident enough in myself and comfortable in myself that if my woo-woo leaks out about the sides a little bit, it's okay. And people aren't as judgmental as we are ourselves. So allowing your, it's okay to show up and be visible. And if that's what you're part of what you're doing, your holistic healing, or you believe that certain things in the universe, that's okay too. Because everything is just in your opinion or just in my belief. And that's perfectly fine. So don't stay and be invisible to the people that need your support the most, that need your help the most, purely because you're afraid of being judged. When you can get that certainty in here, in yourself, and that's where it has to start. So I'm very woo-woo in terms of how I've explained woo-woo. I'm a little bit left and right of center at different times. I like doing meditation. I love doing full moon meditation, cacao ceremonies. I love doing breathing. I love sound meditations as well, which are absolutely awesome. I like kinesiology and of course psychosomatics too. And the impact all of those things have had on me in a way of how I show up today is absolutely so powerful. So let your woo-woo out, because I guarantee you people have got, oh my God, me too. So for now, guys, it's bye.